I've been back and forth for a little while now on whether or not to make a video about this topic because it's not exactly goofy, but the more I read about it, the wackier it becomes and the more unbelievable the story is. I'm sure you've seen all the headlines by now that Brittney Griner is being exchanged for a Russian criminal known as the Merchant of Death. Now, I'll go ahead and bring you up to speed on the lore if you don't know exactly what this is referring to. Brittney Griner was one of the best WNBA players in the league, and she was detained in Russia on drug charges about 10 months ago. The drug charges were super minor. It was like 2 tiddlywinks of weed. They basically threw her in the slammer for thinking about marijuana. The actual story was they came after her for smuggling because they found vaporizer cartridges on her person which contained less than a gram of hash oil. So super trivial amount, really. You'd find more devil's lettuce in a church bathroom. She wasn't exactly some drug kingpin who was trying to escape the country with a duffel bag full of jazz cabbage. It was very small stuff. She was detained and thrown into a labor camp for the last 10 months. And since then, the US has been working to try and set up a trade with Russia to get her back. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tackle this complicated issue real quick, just right away, because I've seen so many people mention this, that this same thing would happen in America for the same level of, possession. People in America get thrown in jail for years for very minor drug charges. And you're right. That's horrible, too. It's horrible when it happens in America. It's horrible that it happened to Brittney Griner in Russia. They can both be terrible together. I think we can all agree on that. That's not some big gotcha moment. Now, getting back on topic, today the US has finalized the trade agreeing to swap Victor Bout, the Merchant of Death, for Brittney Griner. And a lot of people have been scratching their head saying that this seems like an unfair trade, a pretty lopsided deal, because the Merchant of Death isn't exactly some lightweight. And that title alone is scary. That's like releasing Cobra Commander, like freeing him from the G.I. Joe prison. This isn't just some nobody. This is a very, very well-known arms dealer. In fact, they have a whole goddamn movie about this guy called Lord of War, starring Nicolas Cage. This isn't some small fry, not some faceless old pop Wiggleberry that was convicted for kegeling heroin. Like, this is a big deal. Now, of course, I do agree that this was a wrongful conviction. Brittney Griner's punishment didn't fit her crime. This was pretty outrageous. Like, yes, I understand, like, a law was broken, but this kind of enforcement of it is absurd. And I think getting her out is great, but I do agree with a lot of people that are wondering, could we have got more for this trade? Like, right now, there are still 2 other US citizens that are imprisoned in Russia. And we just gave up like our biggest Yu-Gi-Oh card here to barter with. Could we have maybe grouped them all together? Be like, we'll give you the Merchant of Death. We'll give you the super duper ultra rare prisoner if you give us all 3 of your prisoners of ours. Like, I feel like that would have been a much more fair deal. Like, right now there's a Marine sitting in there that's been there since 2018. Like, I definitely feel like maybe we could have played this a little bit better. Now, of course, I'm not looking at the deeper political motivations and angles to a negotiation like this. I'm not here to dissect the inner machinations of this kind of swap. I'm looking at this as a pure layman reptile brain. And to me, while I'm happy that she's been able to return to the US, I would have liked to have seen that for the other 2 victims there. I would really like if we made the same level of effort to bring them home as well. And I feel like this could have been a great opportunity for it since they were using the goddamn Merchant of Death. Like, just imagine the perspective of the Marine that's currently there for the last 4 years. You know, he hears Brittney Griner got released in a prisoner swap. He's like, oh, who did they trade? The fucking Merchant of Death. And then, like, well, who are they? Are they trying to get me out? Oh, yeah, they are. Well, who are they willing to trade? Oh, just some like Russian dude who stole a pack of cigarettes from a gas station. For some reason, the Russian government's not taking that trade though, but they're doing their best. Like, I think this was a good opportunity to swing for the fences, get the whole kit and caboodle, grab the other 2 prisoners as well in this swap. That seems like a much like more even deal, if you ask me. You get all of the U.S. Citizens that are held captive in Russia right now out all at once in one fell swoop. Of course, I'm just a pea-brain fucking idiot, so perhaps that pipe dream was never an actual possibility, but, to me it sounds like it could have been feasible. Like, get Saul Goodman on the line and work the deal. Like, it just seems like the Merchant of Death had a lot of weight for bargaining. That's just how it appears to me. Now, if you thought that's where this story ends, you're a damn fool, because there was a massive plot twist nobody saw coming. Vin Diesel may have played a role in this. He may have been the one that actually saved the day here. A lot of people are praising him for an Instagram post he allegedly made last month where he had a picture of himself at a Lakers game giving a thumbs up with the caption, "I need Brittney Griner home before Christmas." Now, when I first read about all this, I assumed this was a fake screenshot. I mean, it doesn't even have a verified check mark on his name. It just seems like a meme that was made to troll and get a little goofy on Twitter. But Rolling Stone and Yahoo both seem to think that this was a real post Vin Diesel made and then deleted shortly thereafter. So who really fucking knows, honestly? I just love to toy around with that fan fiction that Vin Diesel somehow scared the Russian government into accepting a trade to get Brittney Griner home after he made his Instagram post. Like they're all just panicking at the headquarters, going from phone to phone. No, I saw it. No, I saw it. Yep, I know. Jesus Christ, I understand. It's all gonna burn down. Vin Diesel's gonna come over here with his goddamn Dodge Charger, and he's gonna kick our ass. He's gonna beat our fucking ass. It's just such an entertaining idea that they never had any intention of ever trading Brittney Griner until Vin Diesel made his post, and they're like, oh my god, we're on a tight time crunch now. Now we're on the clock. This is a cutthroat schedule. Vin Diesel wants her home by Christmas. Okay, get the Americans on the line. We'll orchestrate a trade ASAP. We cannot allow Mr. Diesel to get involved in this. like, that is just so amazing to think about. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this situation a little bit because it's a pretty wild one, and really that's about it. So yeah.